10. Ball at the 36. Foles again in the shotgun. He swings it out. Running with the football to the 40, and up to the 42 goes Aguilar. Aguilar took it as he screened left and picked up 6 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Gibbs starts in motion. Double tight end. Keenum on 1st down at his own 40. 7-0 Minnesota. He gives it off to Murray, who tries to bounce it outside but gets only about 1.5 yards. Brought down by Fletcher Cox. That's his 3rd tackle already.
Well, and again, he's got to be a big factor because, as I said earlier, they're going to run the ball, the Vikings are, and it's up to those big guys in the trenches to be able to stop the run.
It is to the right of Keenum, who's in the gun. Trips right with the receiver. Now Michael Floyd in motion to the far side of the field. Keenum goes into a long count, straightens up, takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He's hit, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Robinson. Robinson at the 30. Cuts back across the field. Patrick Robinson looks for a block. Now he's at the 20. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Patrick Robinson! The rush came from Chris Long.
Yeah, give the pressure to Chris Long. He gets to Keenan. Keenan throws a pop-up, and what a great job by P. Rob. He takes it down the sideline and then all the way back across the field and into the corner of the end zone.
There's the first interception by an active Eagle in playoff history. And that could be the play of the game, brought to you by your Delaware Valley Acura dealers. To experience precision-crafted performance for yourself, stop by your local Delaware Valley Acura dealer for a test drive or visit DelawareValleyAcuraDealers.com.
Does Jack know that?
Wow. Both incompletions could have been caught. It is 1st and 10 up at the 38, their own 38. Foles in the gun, 3 receivers slot to the far side of the field. Foles slips it off to Ajayi again. Up the middle he goes, taking it up to the 45. A pickup of 7.
Yeah, that's a good formula right there. You know, these guys are able to move at the offensive line. They're able to control the line of scrimmage, create space. That's a good formula.
Tom John. Aguilar starts in motion to the far side, lines up in the backfield. Foles under center. Foles drops, looks, fires, and completes it to Aguilar, to Jeffrey at the Vikings 47. Jeffrey thrown a little bit low, but he dug it out for an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, he scooped it up. A lot of window dressing here by Doug Peterson, and they get Nelson Aguilar, and he clears that space. Because of his move to the outside, he clears a throwing lane for Nick Foles, for Alshon Jeffrey, and they hit on the slant route.
Far side, Ertz to the near side. Shotgun. It is 3rd and 11. Clement in the backfield with Foles. Foles takes the snap. He steps up, he looks, he fires, and he completes it to Ertz, and Ertz has the 1st down. Ertz, as Foles put that into a small window and hit goal.
This is a great Foles of climbing the pocket. There's pressure coming around him. He climbs the pocket, keeps his focus downfield. He hits Zach Ertz, and Ertz realizes he needs another yard. He fights for that yard, and it's a fresh set of downs.
7 of Minnesota 36. Foles takes the snap, fakes, fires, and completes it inside the 30 this time. And making the reception is Zach Ertz, his 2nd consecutive, this time for 8 yards.
Offense is really starting to move now. A good mixture of plays. Little run-pass option right here, hitting Zach Ertz. Ertz climbs the ladder and pulls it in against Harrison Smith, the All-Pro.
Eagle blunt forces his way forward, and he's very close to a 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. He takes it up the middle and veers to his right. He's very, very close. He only needed 2, and he's got it. He's got it.
That 1st down is brought to you by the Rothman Institute. Don't let injuries keep you on the sideline. Life is for living. Rothman Institute, the official orthopedic partners of your Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles mixing up personnel. Blunt stays in. Slot to the near side of the field. Foles in the gun. Foles fires, complete, inside the 20 and down to the 17 goes Alshon Jeffrey. Eagles in the Mealy's zone, and there's another $100 donation to Justice Rescue. Mealy's Furniture, the styles you love for less. And there is the end of the first quarter with the score. The Eagles 7, the Vikings 7. On the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP. 1 for 2 on third downs. Blunt in the backfield with Foles. Foles takes the snap. He fires out to the near side, complete for the first down as he has Ertz down at the 10-yard line. Ertz.
Tell you what, this thing is really working well, this run-pass option where Nick has an opportunity to read what they're doing defensively. This time he reads the end man on the line of scrimmage, and because he's coming to the inside, he gets a little flat route out to Zach Ertz, and they've got another first down.
This to Blunt, up the middle, to the 5, he's in! The train!
The train just ran one over.
Big block by Trey Burton, and the train, LeGarrette Blunt did the rest.
Hey, the train gets to the second level, and the safety comes up, Sendejo, and the train just runs him over 11 yards and into the end zone.
That, my friends, is power. That touchdown brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers for great deals on all models.
Is that a locomotive?
Eagles defense can turn them away again. 3 receivers, including the tight end, to the far side. Now motion. Under center is Keenum. Single setback. Handoff goes inside, but there is nothing there for Latavius as he hits a solid wall led by Vinny Curry.
No, this log jam there. How can you? Those green shirts are right there, pulling it up. Timmy Fletcher's there. Vinny Curry's there, pulling him in the backfield. That's an outstanding job at the point of attack, getting helmets to the football.
At third down and 2.
Converted 2 of 4 the Vikings have on third down.
Empty backfield. Now McKinnon sets up in the backfield. Keenum goes into a shotgun. Trips left. Listen to the crowd. Keenum takes his drop. Here comes the rocket going. It's incomplete. The pass rush was coming with Nick and blitz.
That's exactly right. Again, Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, dialing it up, getting a lot of pressure on Case Keenum, and no time to get the football where he wants to go.
Eagles have downs. They have to get up to the 40 for a first down right here. Ajayi enters the game. He sets up to the left of Foles. Wing to the far side. Slot to the near side. Motion to the near side, and Ertz. Foles takes the snap and he backpedals. He steps up, he pumps, he fires, and he completes it for another first down as he finds Ertz across the 45. I don't know how Foles got away from the rush. The tackle by Sendejo, but a 15-yard pickup.
I'll tell you how, it's an excellent job of protection. He's got 5 white shirts around him, but they do an outstanding job at first. They've got to recognize who's coming. They're able to do that. Nick climbs the pocket, but has that focus to get the ball to Ertz.
His fourth. Jones, with no pressure, gets it away. High, end over end. Fair catch signaled for and made by Sherrills at the 15-yard line. That's what they want. They want high, unreturnable punts. I want to share a great new concept that I'm using. It's called slot to the far side of the field. Under center is Case Keenum. Jerick McKinnon, the single setback. On first down, the handoff goes to McKinnon, and McKinnon takes it for a 2-yard gain, and that's it. On the first series, Mike, they were picking up 4 and 5 yards per carry. That time, just 2.
And look, it's the dime or nickel back, along with Ronald Darby making the stop.
It is Minnesota up at their own 39. Now the crowd starts up. Stamping his right foot is Keenum. He's back. He's looking. Still rolling. Getting chased. Throws the football out of bounds. He had to McKinnon. McKinnon gets only about 2 yards. He is tackled by Michael Kendricks at the 19-yard line. So it'll be second down and maybe 9.
I'm really surprised that it's taken this long for the Vikings to throw the screen pass.
To the 11.5 for a first down. It is 3rd and 6. Diggs wide right. To the near side, Thielen. McKinnon stays in. Shotgun. Keenum back. Hit. Football loose. Look for the football. Let's say the Eagles have it. I think the Eagles have it. I don't think the arm was going forward.
They do.
And the Eagles have it.
Boy, that really takes a lot out of you. Look at this. This is a 10-play drive by the Minnesota Vikings, and they end up getting no points out of this. That takes a lot out of your football team.
Chris Long with the hit. He made it earlier to set up the interception and the recovery. What a great play.
Chris Long, from the backside, it's Derek Barnett who gets it out. But these guys coming.
Barnett made the hit. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Clement to the left of Foles. And the shotgun. Foles calling for the football. He's back. Foles fires out in the flat to Clement. He stays on his feet and picks up a first down. I don't know how he did it.
He's talented.
He was hit by Barr and managed to get away for 8 yards.
So Anthony Barr does a nice job of getting out in coverage, but Corey Clement spins back to the inside, keeps his balance, and gets up beyond the sticks in a fresh set of downs. They go in no huddle.
The wide man to the far side. Ertz in the middle.
They're missing Xavier Rhodes on the field.
Jeffrey to the near side. Clement, and back goes Foles. Foles steps up. He is looking. He is going deep and alone. And in for the touchdown is Jeffrey. Jeffrey was open at the 5, and Nick Foles hit him for a 53-yard touchdown.
It's the protection. Nick Foles has a lot of time. He climbs the pocket. He pats the football. He pats it again. Then he loads up downfield for Alshon Jeffrey. And it's a 53-yard touchdown, Mr. Reese.
That touchdown brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer for great deals on all. Ball on their own 47. 44 seconds to go in the first half. Birds up 21-7. Back goes Keenum. Keenum looks. He steps up. He throws the football incomplete. He was being hit and dragged at the time. He tried to get it to Kyle Rudolph, I believe, and it's incomplete.
He tries to get it to Rudolph, Merrill, but he's got all sorts of green shirts around him. Chris Long does one heck of a job again getting in the backfield, and they get a hand on him. He's got to get rid of the football.
And 3 receivers to the near side. 1st and 10 at the 20. Goes back. Ball swings it out to Ajayi. Ajayi across the 20, across the 25, up close to the 30. Let's see where they spot it. They spot it at the 31, and there's a first down. Run out of bounds by Harrison Smith. Good block by Stefan Wisniewski.
Nice little swing pass out. And Ajayi, you know, if they do this a couple of times and take one shot down the field, it's worth it.
Who knows? Slot to either side. Foles in the gun. He takes his drop. He steps up. He's going deep down the far side. Complete across the 40, and running out of bounds is Ertz. He was wide open across the Vikings 40 and goes out of bounds at the Minnesota 33 with 15 seconds left. They're already in field goal range.
This is what I mean. Anything can happen. Zach Ertz lines up in the slot. He runs a little out and up, and he shakes the defender on the out move of his out and up and goes down the sideline. And you're right. He's so wide open because the defender bit on the out move.
He swings it out in the backfield and running across the 30. Stepping over a man at the 25. Coming to the 20 is Ajayi. And he stopped with 5 seconds to go, and the field goal unit can come on now.
Doug Peterson is right down there with the official, and he immediately gets the timeout. But it's a great play call. You get the screen pass out to Jay Ajayi. He's got an escort out in front of him, and now it's an easy field goal opportunity.
13 yards on that. Once the kick is good.
Happy birthday, Jake Elliott.
With that field goal to end the first half, Direct Energy kicks in another $500 to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Direct Energy supports the community. Business.directenergy.com. That's a timeout of the field with the score. The Eagles 24, the Minnesota Vikings 7 on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP. fires wide and completes it up at the 28-yard line to Torrey Smith. Pick up on the play of about 4, and that's okay.
And for the Vikings, Xavier Rhodes back on the field. He had some issues in the first half, so late in that first half or second quarter, we didn't see a lot of him. He was over on the training table getting worked on.
Clement stays in. Slot to the near side, 2nd down and 6. In the gun is Foles. Foles fakes, fires, and completes it across the 35-yard line to a first down for a first down to Torrey Smith on a crossing pattern. Let me tell you something. Foles has just played good, solid football.
Tell you what, he looks very, very comfortable out there.
As he did in the second half last week. Foles in the gun. Foles slips it off to Ajayi. Tries to bounce outside and slashes for about 4. Did a nice job. Scraped along the line of scrimmage until he found a little crack. Who needs to get hot? Brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters, the brand recommended by plumbing contractors for your business and home. Find a plumbing contractor near you. Visit BradfordWhite.com.
Well, the running backs, I think, for the Eagles need to get hot, and I say that because they need to make the clock their friend in this second half and keep the ball away from the other side running the football.
24-7 they lead. It is 2nd down and 7. Double tight end. Ajayi stays in. Next to Foles, who's in the gun. Foles fakes, then fires, and completes it. He's got Jeffrey. He's got a first down near the 50. Alshon Jeffrey, the recipient of a 10-yard Nick Foles strike.
But Nick Foles stands in there, and he takes a shot on this play. They're blitzing, and he gets a free runner right into his chest, Nick Foles does. He takes that shot from Anthony Barr, but he hits a strike to Alshon Jeffrey down the field for another first down.
Second receiver's right, 1 left. Clement in the backfield, set to his left. Foles takes the snap. He screens it out to Torrey Smith. He's at the 45. He's down to the 43. He's very close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. I think they're going to spot it. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. They put it close to the 41. That's a 5-yard slip screen.
This is all recognition. They understand the personnel, and they understand where the defense is lined up. And Zach Ertz signals to Nick Foles just to make sure that he and Nick are on the same page. They throw the screen out, and they make sure that they get guys out in front of Torrey Smith. That's a big first down.
Nick back to Foles. He's going deep down the far side of the field, and it is caught. Touchdown, Torrey Smith. 41 yards.
It's about to get turned up in here. What a great job on the flea flicker. Great time to call it, and he's well protected. And watch as Torrey Smith just over the shoulder just follows that football in for a touchdown.
That's the one he wanted earlier in the game, and this time he does it. That touchdown brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer for great deals on all models.
Mr. Reese, it's about to get turned up in the link.
Oh, on first down, back goes Keenum. He fires out to McKinnon, and McKinnon only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And again, this is how they started.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 18. Keenum again in the gun. Backs up, steps up. He is hit as he throws the football incomplete. He was surrounded. Brandon Graham was there, and so was Vinnie Curry, who was pounding the ground because he thought he had a sack.
And Ronald Darby is very fortunate here because there's a little stutter-go move run by Adam Thielen on the outside, and he's wide open.
And one of the Vikings shake it up. Timeout on the field with the score. Birds 31, Vikings 7 on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and you on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Is looking awfully good. 31-7. Not close. Hasn't been since early in the first quarter. Eagles with 31 unanswered points. Ajayi to the right of Foles. Ertz in motion on 2nd down. Again, it goes to Ajayi. And Ajayi looking for running room, but finds very, very little. And that brings up a 3rd down and about 5. Ball out at the 12-yard line. Make it the 13. And it will be 3rd down and 5. Have to get up to the 18. Eagles are an impressive 6 for 8 on third down conversion. They break the huddle. And Nick Foles, looking cool and collected, with Clement behind him, lines them up. Foles fakes. He's rolling. He's looking. He fires. He's got Ertz, and he's got a first down at the 20. Ertz having a day.
So creative. You know, the play calling, it's so creative. It's a lot of window dressing, a lot of misdirection because of this fast flow defense, and he gets Zach Ertz wide open in the middle for a first down, so now they're able to burn even more clock.
Yes, they do. And Ajayi stutter steps and then plunges up to the 24-yard line. Again, Eric Hendricks. Hendricks makes the stop. 5-yard pickup. Clock ticking inside the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter, and the Eagles lead 31-7.
Again, Ajayi staying ahead of the sticks on first down. He picks up 5 yards. Notice the patience, the hesitation, and his running style. 9 carries now for 41 yards.
Eagles with a 24-point lead. It is second down and 6. 3 receivers. Foles in the gun. Ajayi to his right. Again, it's Ajayi. And again, the Vikings are right there, and they stop him up at the 25-yard line, putting the Eagles in a third down and about 4. Pick up a couple. Trey Burton comes in. Ertz is back in. Brent Selleck, who was in for blocking Mike, comes out. So does Ajayi. Their third down back is Corey Clement. 3rd and 4. Clement's made a few big plays. 3 receivers left. 2 stacked to the right. Empty backfield. Foles. Looking up, going to a long count. Foles takes the snap, he's back, he's looking, he pumps, he fires, and it is caught. Aguilar at the 50, at the 40, and ushered out of bounds at the 35. Foles made it happen with his calm as he looked for an open space, sashayed to his right, and hit Aguilar down the right sideline for a pickup of 41.
You are so right. This is just calm Nick. He's got pressure coming off of his left side. He slides just slightly to the right, buying himself a little more time and a little more time for his wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar, to get open.
Another being pushed down is Ajayi. Boy, how about Aguilar? And how about Foles? And how about Vaitai? And how about 20 other people this afternoon with under 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. 31-7. The Eagles lead the Vikings. Foles 22 for 29, 324 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That is a quarterback rating way up there. Second down and 12. Clement in the backfield. Foles calling for the football again. Just one man wide as Foles goes back. He looks, he pumps, he fires, and he completes it, and breaking loose and picking up another first down is Trey Burton. Trey Burton in the sights of Nick Foles, and he picks up 13 yards, and they move the chains.
First down brought to you by the Rothman Institute. Don't let injuries keep you on the sideline. Life is for living. Rothman Institute, the official orthopedic partners of your Philadelphia Eagles. And
with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, over 6 minutes they've used with this possession.
And the gun is Foles. Ajayi to his right. 1 wide receiver. Foles takes the snap, gives it off to Ajayi, and Ajayi slashing down to the 1. And there is the end of the third quarter with the score. The Eagles 31, the Vikings 7 on the Eagles Radio Network. The Eagles are 1 quarter and 1,167 miles away from Minneapolis. Presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Receivers to the near side. Foles in the gun. Jeffrey in motion to the right. Foles back. He looks. He fires. And it is caught deep in the end zone by Jeffrey. Touchdown. His second of the game.
Well, Nick Foles looks tall and very comfortable in that pocket. Jeffrey's crosses the formation in motion, runs a little post route, and the ball is high and tight, just where you want it for Alshon Jeffrey to pull it in for a touchdown.
That touchdown brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer for great deals on all models.
Jeffrey now 5 catches for 85 yards, 2 of them for touchdowns.
14-10 remaining in regulation.
And Doug Peterson is keeping his foot on the pedal.
Here is Elliott for the 38th point. Spotted, kicked up. And good. Timeout on the field with the score. The Eagles 38, the Vikings 7. On the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Successfully, and they're once again going for it on 4th.
It is 4th down and 2. 3 receivers. Back goes Keenan. He's looking. He is hit as he throws the football incomplete, and the Eagles take over on down.
He's got number 91,
Yep.
Fletcher Cox draped all over him, and he wants to get rid of the football.
Here, and it is caught. It is caught, and is it picked off? It is.
It's
by
ripped
Corey
away.
Graham. They both went up, and Corey Graham came down with the football.
It is ripped away. You know, initially, you've got Ronald Darby, and he fights Thielen for the football, or Thielen for the ball, but then it's Corey Graham who comes up with it.
He did. It timeout on the field with the score. The Eagles 38, the Vikings 7 on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Ajayi behind him. 1st and 10. Bowles gives it to Ajayi, and he bounces outside, breaks a tackle. He's at the 20, 25, 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 34. They are still running hard. Pushed out by Anthony Harris. A 15-yard pickup.
Listen, and Ajayi's just not finished. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage by Eric Kendricks. He bounces off, and he gets down the sideline, and the way he finishes that run, he's not done. 17 carries, 71 yards on the night.
The Eagles are... Clement has another first down as he crawls to the 48.
And they just continue to be masterful in their play calling. They bring in the 3 wide receivers. They go in a 3-by-1 set, and what do? They're not throwing the ball. They hand the ball off to Corey Clement after they spread this defense out. He gets another first down, and they're just milking this clock.
I can't even imagine what it must feel like to be a Viking fan tonight, having a team that went 13-3, and they get to the championship game that everybody thought would go down to the wire, and they are being routed. And now we will go to the 2-minute warning, brought to you by Tasty Cake. Tasty Cake, just for the fun of it, there's the 2-minute warning with the score. The Eagles 38, the Vikings 7 on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC for the Achiever and You on Sports Radio 94 WIP. All they can do is stand and wave the white towels and roar. Sudfeld takes the knee again. 1:15, 1:14. Eagles 38, Vikings 7. They continue to run the clock. And this team that was 7-9 a year ago, this team that had their optimists hoping for a competitive season to challenge for the NFC East title, won 13 games along the way and overcame the losses of Jason Peters, Darren Sproles, Jordan Hicks, Caleb Sturgis, Chris Maragos, and finally Carson Wentz.
Wow. Merrill Reese.
For the first time in 13 years, the Eagles are headed for the Super Bowl and a rematch with the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 52.
Merrill Reese, pack your bags. We're going to Minneapolis.
And all of you, the best fans in the NFL, deserve every bit of it. And you know what? They didn't even make you nervous today. Down to Howard.
All right, Merrill, it is crazy, absolutely crazy down here as Brandon Graham and Pat Shermer are hugging it up with each other. Brandon, what does it feel like you're...
Listen,
Brandon Graham saying hello to the Vikings players. Brandon. You're not going to Disney World, you're going to the Super Bowl. What does that feel like?
Man, it feel good. Hey, I always dreamed of this type of stuff, man. And it finally is here. We living in the moment. I'm enjoying this one. And I'll see them boys in 2 weeks.
You know what? When you think about where it happened, where did all this happen? That this team is this good.
It happened in the offseason. We've been working our butt off, and now it's showing. You know, everybody counting us out. But hey, we just keep on fighting, baby.
And you can't say that.
Hey, we can say whatever we want to say. We going to Super Bowl.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Brandon Graham. Obviously, these guys are a little happy with what's going on here. It is absolutely amazing what's going on down here. Another guy that's been here a long time. Brent, you've been here a long time. You haven't been to a Super Bowl. You've been to an NFC Championship. What does it feel like?
Howard, I can't even explain to you how this feels. These fans are the best fans in the world, and what they've done for us through this home field playoffs, man, they killed it. They killed it.
I asked Brandon Graham, this team came together somewhere, whether it was with Doug, whether it was Doug, what was it?
Well, listen, I think life in football is all about how you handle adversity. And these guys, when we were faced with adversity, we just got stronger. And I think that's what our team has been all about this whole year.
When you told the team that this may never happen again, how much did that, you may not be in this position again, how much did that resonate with your teammates?
I mean, you'd have to ask them, but, I had to speak from the heart and just let them know, my experiences over the 11 years in this city. And these fans deserve this, man. And these guys that came out here on this field, all my Eagle buddies, man, they played a hell of a game.
I'm telling you, 11 years in the league, and you're going to the Super Bowl.
Howard, I love it, baby. I love it.
Brent Selleck, I'm telling you, it is unbelievable. Just the excitement and the pandemonium that's going on down here. It is just absolutely unbelievable. My gosh. Watching the excitement and the faces of the players, it is, you can't even believe it. Jeffrey, congratulations. It's just one word. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to go to the Super Bowl?
Well, so proud of this team, and one more to go, baby.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Jeffrey Lurie, as he's heading up to the podium for the presentation of the trophy, the NFC champions. It is unbelievable what's going on down here. It's just truly unbelievable. I mean, I've been covering a team that has done this before, but just the players and the excitement of the players together and for each other. Malcolm, what does it feel like to go to the Super Bowl?
Man, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, this team, what we've had to fight through, what we've had to overcome, for us to come out and perform like this in front of our home crowd in the NFC Championship, we're trying to be legendary. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're not going out there for a field trip. We're going to win.
You know what? You're an underdog again.
No doubt. That's the tale of the tape. We'll be all right, though.
You know what? Doug Peterson has been so important to this team, but it was the team, it was the chemistry. What was it that brought these guys together that had each other's back so much?
Man, you got a bunch of guys that love each other, that grind together, that enjoy playing the game together, and it's amounted to us winning a bunch of games. And we'll just keep that formula, man. That's what's got us here. That's what's going to keep us here.
And you just shut them down. Let's talk about the game.
Nobody said it had to be close.
Malcolm, congratulations. You're going to the Super Bowl.
I see you in Minnesota.
Again. Okay. Yeah, there'll be a lot of people in Minnesota. I'm telling you, just watching, looking at the faces and watching the people and everybody that's been involved with this football team, and the excitement is just amazing. The players can't have enough of hugging each other and being there for each other. That is really what is special about watching this team and watching these plays. Okay, and it just, that's the special part of what this is for this team. Just looking at their faces and looking at how excited they are, it doesn't happen all the time, and it happens very rarely, as we know here in Philadelphia. It's just truly an amazing sight to walk around this field and look at the players and look at the faces and see how excited they are. And they're not excited for themselves as much as they're excited for each other. And that's really a big part of this. And that's what's really important for what we have going on right here. Chris Long, amazing on the game he played tonight, what he meant to this team. I'm watching Chris. Chris, you're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Philly, stay safe tonight, baby. Stay safe.
Well, stay safe.
Yeah.
How much does this mean?
Thank you.
How much does this mean to you?
This means so much. It means so much to these guys. I've been there, but at the end of the day, I could never imagine it getting old playing postseason football. I had to wait 10 years to play it, and now 2 years in a row, I'm just very lucky.
You played your ass off tonight.
I appreciate that. I want to show up for my teammates. I want to make a difference. That's why I came here. I got a lot left in the tank, baby.
Okay, congratulations. You're headed to the Super Bowl.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay,
right.
Chris Long. It's just, hey. John DiFilippo, you're allowed to talk to me now.
What's going on?
You came here, you work with these guys, you work with Nick. I mean, to watch Nick play like this, what does it mean to you this
I'll tell you what, he bought in and he didn't blink when Carson went down. And that tells you a lot about Nick's character, tells you a lot about his belief in himself, his belief in his teammates, and his belief in his football team. So Nick played great tonight.
I mean, you expected him to manage the game well, but he did far more than that.
He is not a game manager. He's a playmaker. So we're not stopping here now. We're not stopping here. We're not done yet.
You know, people talk about, well, how can the Eagles win with a backup quarterback? He's not a backup quarterback right now, is he?
No, he's not a backup quarterback at all, and he's played a lot of football. So, like I said, we're not done. We're going to bring this thing home for the
John,
city.
you're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, we are. Thanks, Howard.
John DiFilippo.
We've got Nelson Aguilar down here.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Nelson.
Okay.
Listen, we've got a trophy presentation, and we're going to get right back. Go enjoy yourself.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Hey, there's more work to be done. I want to win a Super Bowl. I just don't want to be a Super Bowl. Of the Eagles, Jeffrey Lurie, let me present this trophy to you, the George S. Hallis Trophy, emblematic of the NFC champions. Jeff Lurie, I shouldn't have got the song going. Here, congratulations. Show that off. How proud,
Joe, I'm on the logo.
How proud are you of this football team? The great defense, losing your quarterback and coming back with Nick Foles, the job they did.
I got to tell you, I'm so proud of our players, our coaches led by Doug, Howie, and the staff. The resilience this group of men has is unequaled. What we've gone through, I just can't tell you. I've never seen anything like it. This group of men wants to win so badly for Philadelphia. These fans are the most passionate fans in sports. And by the way, we're not only going to Minneapolis, we have something to do in Minneapolis. One more win.
There you go. Jeffrey Lurie. You beat Atlanta the last time. You beat the Vikings the last time. It's just reverse order. Doug Peterson, congratulations, Coach. After the opening drive and the Vikings went down and scored, evidently nobody pressed or got nervous. Just came back and put a ton of points on them.
You know, and that's the biggest thing about this football team.
You know, we hang in there, we battle. I love these guys. I love these coaches. We make the adjustments that we need, and it's a 60-minute game.
I can't get over the job that Foles did. I just can't get over that. That's unbelievable. The job he performed today in a game like this.
I'm so happy for Nick. I'm so happy for the offense and the entire team. You know, but for Nick, for everything that he's, you know, been through and battled, he stayed the course. He stayed true. And we all believed in him. And he had a performance tonight. We still got one more to go.
One more. Good luck in Minneapolis, Coach. I'll see you there. Nick Foles, come over here, man. Hey. How about that? Oh, it's good to be loved.
This is unbelievable.
Is this a little surreal for you?
It's unbelievable. First and foremost, all glory belongs to God. I wouldn't be here without him, and this is just very humbling and unbelievable. Thank y'all. Let's get it going. Let's go.
How nervous were you? And was there one point where you said, I'm really into this game and I'm going to play well? Was there one point in the game?
I felt good all week. I felt good coming to the game. We have such a close-knit group of players that we all lean on each other, so it takes away from the nerves. You have the natural nerves, but just coming out here and competing as an offense, defense, special teams, we felt great all day, and we were able to come away with a huge victory here.
Super Bowl 52, go get them, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes,
all right,
sir.
Nichols. Now let me bring up Chris Long. How about this? Of all my years of doing television, I've never got a chance to interview my nephew.
What's up,
Chris,
Long?
what a job today, huh? You forced one interception, you recovered a fumble, this defense, 3 takeaways, Chris. Did you know y'all had that kind of game in you going into this team, into this game?
We're not surprised at all. You know, they went up 7 early. A lot of teams would have, you know, folded their tents. Not us. We don't panic, offense, defense, and we just keep grinding.
How about your dad sitting over there? He's pretty proud of you, you know that.
Every time he shows up, we play pretty well, so I hope he comes to the next one.
Underdog rolls. Put the hat on, man, and give me a bark. Give me a bark. I'm sending it back over to you, Kurt Menefee. We got a little underdog.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Okay, good. We're going to talk to you here in a second. All right, I'm here with Bo Allen. Merrill and Mike are with me. You're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, how's that feel?
It's back in Minnesota. That's where I grew up, man. It's a good feeling.
Bo, this has been an amazing year, a year that nobody imagined. A lot of people. I'll give you a big hug. Bo, this is unbelievable that this team that everybody doubted has gone 13-3, a division champion that was an underdog at home, and here you are heading for Minneapolis.
How about that? Yeah, it feels amazing. I'm going back to Minnesota. If anyone ever wants to come over, my mom said she's cooking meals for people. Stop on by. It feels amazing, Merrill.
What's she cooking?
Whatever we want, man.
You know, Bo, what was your feeling early in the game when the Vikings, you deferred, you thought you'd shut them down, and then they marched downfield rather easily and took a 7-0 lead?
You know, we've been a tough team all year, and I think we responded really well, obviously, to that initial drive that they had. They went down the field and scored 7 points, and then we said, all right, time to buckle up. We got a pick 6 on defense, and then at that point they didn't score at all again, and we were rolling. You know, everything was clicking offensively, defensively. We just felt like, you know, we had the game under control, and here we are, man.
It has been an amazing trip, and Doug Peterson has set the tone for this team. He never got too high, he never got too low, and he never talked about Super Bowls or division playoffs. He said, let's go 1-0 each week.
Yeah, I mean, that's been our mantra all year. We're not really looking ahead. We're just going with whatever happened. Man, we've had the thing too is we've dealt with so many different things, whether it be injuries. Guys are stepping up all over the place because we're a complete team and we care so much about each other. You know, coaches care about players, players care about coaches. We all really care about each other. I think that shows up on the field, and I think that's what everybody saw today.
Everybody said the Vikings were such a good defense, that this was the best defense in the National Football League. Did that get your pride up even to a greater extent?
Yeah, the Eagles' defense is pretty good too now. Yeah, we're pretty good. We're a pretty good defense. So we knew that, this was going to be a battle today, and we wanted to show that we were the best defense on the field, and we did that.
Listen, give Bo a break. I've got Lane Johnson here. Lane, can you put this into words, what's going on?
Okay. It's pure excitement and joy. I'm so happy to see the city, have something to smile about. And, we're not done yet. I mean, we're going against a great team, the Patriots, and I want to bring one home bad, more than anybody.
Lane, you knew that this was one of the #1 defenses in football, but how did you guys get it done and get it done so convincingly up and down the field?
Really running the ball. You run at them and just wear them down and beat them down to where they quit and tire, and at least pass the game open. And, man, we were just firing on all cylinders.
Minnesota's not really like a destination kind of spot, but you're going to Minnesota. How's that feel to you, big man?
I'm fine with it. One thing I care about, man, is beating the next team, bringing one home. That's all I care about.
Thank you, buddy. Enjoy the win.
Mike, I'm over here with Vinny Curry, and every time Vinny Curry needs a couple of sacks, he comes and does my Thursday night show. And Vinny, you have had a great season, culminated, I think, in the realization of Vinny Curry's dream.
Man, I can't explain this feeling right now. The only feeling in the top is to go up there to Minneapolis and win that joint. Right now, man, it's surreal right now.
Listen, did you feel slighted at all? Everyone's talking about this Minnesota defense and how great the Minnesota Vikings are defensively. Did you guys feel slighted at all?
Nah, listen, when you mention the Philadelphia Eagles defense, just put some respect on the name, that's all.
Vinny, you're one of the few members of this team who actually grew up not far from here, and you were an Eagles fan growing up. Did you ever envision that someday you'd be standing on this field as the champions of the National Football Conference heading for a Super Bowl?
I'm just living out the dream, man. I'm living out the dream, I keep God first, and, today just reached another level, man. Anything's possible.
Vinny, at what part of the season did you believe that this team was the team?
I think you're going to tell me the first day of training camp.
I would say,
It's a hard question.
Nah, man, probably after week 2, week 3. After the Kansas City game, I said, man, we got something special, man.
Hey, guys, I have General Manager Howie Roseman here. Howie, listen, you've been through a lot with this organization. Just tell me a little bit of how you're feeling right at this moment.
Special for our coaches, for our players, and our fans. They've been through so much, and the support that we've had this season with all the adversity, it's just amazing. Tribute to all the players and the coaches, and really just our fans for being behind us. When we come into this stadium, we know what's going to happen because of that support we have, and it's special. But you know what, Quick? We're not done yet, man. We got one more.
Howie, you in the personnel department did an amazing job this year when you consider the fact that you lost Jason Peters, Darren Sproles, you lost Jordan Hicks, you lost Chris Maragos, Caleb Sturgis, and ultimately you lost Carson Wentz. And here you are going to the Super Bowl.
How sweet is that?
That's the longest list I've ever heard in my life, man. You're bumming me out a little bit, Merrill. Congratulations on the victory. It's awesome. I think that it's a tribute to our coaches, again, and our players. Next man up philosophy. It starts with Doug, and, like you talked about, our personnel department did a great job, and, we're a great organization, and that's where it starts.
But one of the moves that without making, you probably wouldn't be standing here tonight, and that was reacquiring Nick Foles in the offseason.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of credit goes to Jeffrey right there, because it wasn't a cheap maneuver for him to do that, and all he wanted to do was win. And I can't tell you that this was exactly how we had it drawn out when we made the blueprint, but that's why you get as much quality depth as you can. So happy for our coaches and players.
Howie, we really appreciate it. Go enjoy this win, and you're right, we're not done yet.
Okay.
Guys, I have listen, I've got Torrey Smith here. Hey, man, you've had your ups and downs, but you got to be feeling outstanding about what happened tonight.
I mean, this is what it's all about. I'm blessed and thankful for that opportunity to play here and be a part of a big game like this. We got one more to go, man. Fired up. The way we play today is the way we expect to play all the time, when we play our best. So we always said we wanted to play our best game. That's all it's going to take. Be smart, take care of the ball, make plays when they're there, and we're able to do that today.
Torrey, you remember the Baltimore Ravens when they not only went to the Super Bowl, but won the Super Bowl. Can you compare the feeling that you have tonight with what you had as a Raven when you captured the AFC title?
Oh man, it was special then too. We were on the road, but to do it here at home, it's completely different. Our fans were here. Our fans are fired up, and man, it was just unreal. It was unreal.
How tough was it tracking that deep ball down the sideline?
You know. If anybody knows, you know. That bad boy was tough. But Nick threw it down, man, and I know we needed it. Focus, make sure my fans are together and reel that thing on in.
Torrey, really happy to see the success you guys have had this season. Not just the team, but you on an individual, and best of luck and enjoy this, and you're not done yet.
Yes, sir. We ain't done yet. We've been saying that for weeks now. We ain't done yet.
It's an amazing feeling. It really is.
Hey, there's Fletcher Cox. Big man. I got to talk to Fletcher. So, listen, you got to tell me, there had to be some areas on that offensive line that you thought you could exploit, and how did that turn out?
It turned out good, man. I knew they had a couple guys. That was a great matchup for us. And I think everybody on the D-line took advantage of it. They took full advantage of it, and everybody was affected. Not just one guy was affected, but I think everybody was doing their job, and they were effective.
You've been here for a little while. Is there anything sweeter than this you've experienced so far?
Nothing sweeter than this, man, because this is what we work for. And, we talk about it all the time, man. Hey, just go out and be yourself. Go out and play as a team. And, you get rewarded with things like this.
Fletcher, you made so many good plays, big plays throughout the season. And, of course, last week you made critical plays against the Falcons. In your imagination, could you have thought that this team could absolutely dominate? That's the word that applies to the domination tonight of the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, man, Coach Doug always talk about it. And he said every week it's a faceless opponent. And we believe that. I mean, we just come out and be ourselves and play as a group. And then plays will come to you. Nobody's just out of position trying to make other people's plays, and things like that's happen.
If Tom Brady were watching this game, I think he may have, as good as he is, he may have a couple of sleepless moments in the next 2 weeks when he has nightmares about number 91 of the Eagles.
It's going to be a battle, man. That's a great team, and they do a great job of scheming things. We got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best quarterback in the league, and we're looking forward to battling against the Patriots.
Fletch, go enjoy this victory, brother.
Yes, sir.
And best of luck in Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the studio, and let's go back to Rob Cherry, Jamal Jackson, and of course Dan Klecko, who knows all about being part of a Super Bowl championship team. All right, guys, that's it from us here on the field.
Dress warm.
Had a great on and it's a memorable moment for all of us. It's all back to you.
On the road.